We are a little over a week away from ending the elimination round of the UAAP, which means teams need to secure their postseason tickets. Now, joining us to look into the future of the UAAP Season 85 Women's Volleyball Final Four is UAAP analyst Jamie Lavitoria. Jamie, how are you?
Hello, Jamie.
Hi, guys.
Can I just say, do you know why she's nervous?
Why?
May prediction
because
siya.
ikaw.
No, not just because of me, but yes. But kasi may prediction
Oh, no.
siya
So
on
you
the
guys-
Final
Oh,
Four.
no.
Mamaya na yan.
All the way to the end.
Mamaya na yan.
Before that,
I'm ready.
Let's bring out the standings here because obviously there was a big win when you talk about LaSalle against Adamson. You see the Final Four picture already shaping up here. FU with a very outside chance. What did you make of that game between LaSalle and Adamson?
Well, when you look at those two teams, they're both fully equipped. So, you know, if you try to make that prediction in advance on who might win, you can't really. It's not like that anymore where it's very obvious who's going to win a match. But with the two teams, it's an even matchup. But with LaSalle, they attack when Adamson is slowly losing their momentum. And Mars Alba knows when to attack and knows who to set the right person at the right time.
all right, we saw the standings earlier, and we got NU UST tied with an 8-3 record, and Adamson with 8-4. So basically, there's still a triple tie, and there's an available seat for the twice-to-beat advantage in the semifinals. What do you make of this? Like, who do you feel has a little bit more advantage to get to that? Ito na, warm up na.
Yeah, I like that.
I would have to say UST because normally in their previous seasons they peak towards the end of the first round, but now they're peaking at the right time. Aya Laura finally has help with all her other spikers, and the defense is there, so they're also fully equipped as well.
It's interesting because the remaining games of UST are not easy. They have FEU, right, Z?
Yes, not easy.
NU, and then UP to end it. And for NU, it's UE, UST, and Ateneo, and Adamson, it's UP and FEU. So let's see how they'll all develop there. But you want to highlight a couple of players from each of the teams here in the run-up to the Final Four. You mentioned Mars Alba a while ago for LaSalle. Why her?
Mars Alba not only allows her spikers to shine, but she's that leader on the court. She is the captain, and she's also graduating with Sila Jelena de la Cruz. So her leadership is very contagious on the court, and you can see that her younger spikers they have that good relationship. It's good to have that a solid foundation with the setter and spiker relationship.
Mars Alba with 6 points, 23 excellent sets last Wednesday against Adamson. Speaking of Adamson, you also listed in this list Louis Romero.
That's right. I want to talk about another setter who also allows her spikers to shine because, you know, her spikers have scored in double digits almost after each game, and just the confidence that she has and the maturity that she has, and she's so young. It's really nice to watch whenever I cover their games.
Number 1 in setting, number 9 in serving. You take a look at what Louis Romero has done. Were you basically surprised with what she's putting out in terms of, you know, the numbers that she has and the experience that she had going into this season?
Well, based off last year when they didn't reach the Final Four, I knew that they had to go back to the drawing board, and with Coach Jerry being there now, I think their foundation and their system is really doing justice for their team.
All right, we got 2 setters on your list, LaSalle, Adamson. Let's go to NU. We have Alyssa Solomon.
So she's currently the #1 spiker in the whole league, and when I notice when NU is having a rough patch, they go to Solomon right away, and she's the one who has that deadly kill. And her, if you take a look at her approach, it's not as explosive, but she has that heavy hand that you don't really know where she'll attack, if it's down the line or cross. And because she's so tall, she can have that last-minute decision of doing a drop ball, and it's hard for the opponent to decipher where she'll go.
39.9% success rate in terms of spiking, and of course, number 7 in scoring, Alyssa Solomon. I'm really curious to see how she elevates her game, especially come Final Four. You take a look at UST, Aimee Hernandez was your choice.
That's right. In their last match against Ateneo, she scored 24 points, and as a middle blocker, that's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah.
And her blocking, right? If she's not there in the scoring department in terms of offense, she's there for the blocking, and she helps with the blocking for her liberos as well.
Yeah, you take a look at that. 19 attacks, 3 blocks, and 2 aces. A career high at that time for Aimee Hernandez against Ateneo. You take a look at what is set up to be a very interesting run-in going to the Final Four. Just where do you think Aimee Hernandez takes her game, considering the gravity of the games coming up for her?
Well, I think she enters the court just having a positive attitude, but at the same time, she knows that she has to step up because, you know, I'm sure they want to reach the finals. So, you know, we're nearing the end of elimination, so every point matters, and these kids know that they have to step up.
Before we go into the predictions here, the Final Four of Jamie Lavitoria, Z, you had a chance to see this before. How do you feel about yung listahan na to ni Jamie?
I mean,
oh my goodness.
parang kulang. I mean, di ba usually you give like 5, not 4.
Yeah.
Like, there seems to be some lacking element here, James.
Wait, I can say something. I have to.
Okay.
So, do I talk about my? Okay, so my Final Four prediction is LaSalle, UST, NU, and then Adamson. But FEU still has a chance to make it. I mean, it boils down to the other teams and how they perform. But what I've noticed in the past
Sorry,
seasons,
is that the order that you have it? Is that the
That's
order?
my order.
That's your order as well. Okay.
And
Alright, go on.
guys, picturean nyo na, screenshot nyo na, tag nyo si Jamie.
Don't come for me, guys. But what I've noticed in the UAAP history, sometimes there's always one upset. So, you know, that could change, and FU can have a chance.
I mean, it ain't over till it's over.
Yes.
Sabi nga
Sobrang
nila.
butas ng karayong though, Z.
Yeah, again, like what Jamie said, it's gonna be at someone else's mercy.
Yeah.
It's not entirely up to us. And what do you think, who do you think will surprise you in the next few rounds, Jamie? Among all teams, all 8 teams, is there something that you're still like looking forward to?
I would have a team that I would pick is probably Adamson because in terms of offense, it's there. I just think that there are moments where they can do better, like in their last match. It's so close. The game went to 5 sets, and I know that they can do more.
Yeah,
for sure.
You know, you take a look at the prediction that you have. Of course, at UST at number 2, NU at number 3. Is there any particular point here that you're probably not sure of or least sure of when it comes to the positioning? Like, what factor needs to fall right for this prediction to happen?
When I look at NU and UST, right, they play each other on Wednesday. You can't really gauge who's going to win that match, but what they both need to have is consistency. You know, they have all the tools to have success, but it depends on how they wake up that day.
All right, guys, there you have it. Jamie Lavitoria with her list, but
oh my goodness,
a lot of explanations why.
Z is waiting for her outside the studio.
James, may nag-aabang sa labas.
Okay.
But thank you, Jamie, for coming tonight.
Thank you.